What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am back with another video. I believe this is gonna be a third one within a 1 week period, but I had to get this out as quickly as possible because of some of the issues that I've experienced. So to start off, I finally took my CMMG BR3 out to the range. I was zeroing the scope and everything was going smooth. I mean, at first I was shooting really high, and I mean, if I was aiming for center and I was shooting way higher at first. I would say 6 or 7 boxes above the center, and then once you know, I tuned it down and I adjusted for elevation. I kind of had to play around with it, figure out, you know, how much elevation I had to put in. It kind of started to come down, and finally I was starting to hit the target pretty much. And accuracy wise, I zeroed it for the best I could do at the range I was at was 95 yards. I think should be enough. Usually it's recommended 100, but you know, I had to work with what I got, and it was I think 5 yards is within the margin of error, I would think. So I was zeroed for 95 yards. So I was trying out different ammunition. The first 2 mags, I believe I ran, I think Triple G 147 grain, if I'm not mistaken. I'll fix it in the screen if I was, and PMC X-Tac match ammo. And the first 20 rounds, I think I may have had 1 malfunction, but it was going fine. After that, I started trying to test accuracy with different types of ammo, because, you know, I like to figure out, I like to use different ammo to figure out like what works really well with my firearms, whether it's accuracy or, you know, recoil, whatever. Well, as I was trying out different ammo, the failures start. So what would happen was, the first shots, you know, because when you release the bolt comes in forcefully, taking off a round from the mag into the chamber, usually right off of, you know, bolt close. The first round fires. But in the second round, what would happen was, it would leave a little bit of gap like this. And when I hit the trigger, it would close. Every time, it wouldn't close all the way. This is all the way closed, right? It would leave this much gap, and then I get a light primer strike.
So free stuff with Black Betty. So free stuff with Black Betty.
It would hit the primer, but it's not hard enough. You would see like a little bit of mark on the primer, but it wouldn't hit the primer. And it just kept happening over and over and over and over again. And towards the end, I was just like, I would shoot once, and so basically after I shoot, when I cycle the round, I don't like forcefully do this. I just do, because that's how I use the charging handle on my BR4. So I didn't really think much of it. I was just doing it slowly. I would take off the you know, it would take off the malfunctioned round and put a new one. But as I was doing it slowly, because it's not coming in forceful, the bolt wasn't closing all the way. And I realized this way after I got home, by the way. I was just getting frustrated. So towards the end, I didn't even do enough of recording of the targets to get like accuracy shots. I kind of gave up. I ran about 120, but out of the 120, the first 20 were, you know, just smooth, maybe one or two malfunctions. The rest was like every mag had like a couple malfunctions. I would say 20 out of the 120 were malfunctions, more than 20 probably, but just roughly estimating it, right? So when I got home, I was super disappointed because I was very excited about this rifle. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you watch my other video, I was super excited. I was talking about it over and over again, how happy I was with the whole setup, with the scope and everything. And, you know, I finally zeroed the scope to where it was hitting where I was aiming, and I was pretty happy to test out different ammo to see how accurate it is, what kind of MOA I would get. And yeah, that didn't really happen the way I wanted it to. But you know, once I got home, right now it's fixed, so I can't really show you. I realized what was happening because I just started posting on Reddit and asking questions, and someone just you know, said asking questions, and someone suggested I've never taken apart my BR4's bolt carrier group. So I was asking, and someone sent me a video from CMMG where, you know, they have the different manuals and explaining how things work and all that stuff. And I said thank you, and I watched the video, and I disassembled the bolt carrier group. And I'm gonna take this off and show you what exactly was causing this little issue. When you pull the trigger, the striker didn't have enough time to hit the primer. So I'm going to take it apart and show it to you. So this is the bolt carrier group of the BR3, and this is the bolt carrier group of the BR4. If you can see here, there is a lot of wear on this side, and this little tiny piece handles the rotation of the bolt in and out of the chamber. So when it comes into the chamber, it goes in and presses up onto the round while pinching. This is the extractor. This pinches the edge of the, I mean, pretty much the rim of the round, and the rim of the shell casing. And after you know, primer is striked, it will just, when the bolt goes back, it will pinch and pull, extracting it pretty much. So anyway, the extraction was not the issue. The issue was the striker. You see here, the striker was not hitting because it was left in this kind of configuration. It was left in this kind of configuration. The bolt is supposed to be, when the bolt is closed, it's supposed to be in this position, and the trigger being pulled is only supposed to push it's only supposed to push the striker into the round. But now it's doing two things. Now it's pushing the bolt itself, a little tiny part of the bolt itself, and also the trigger. I mean also the striker. So it doesn't have enough time for it to push the bolt and also strike the round. So that was what was causing the light primer strike, where shots were not getting fired off, because it was getting left in this open state. And that was being caused because of this little part here. I'm not gonna take the whole thing apart, but you're gonna need to I have a different video like that's grainy that I did for people on Reddit. I will post that right after this along with this video. But this part is what was causing it. So as you can see here, when it rotates, when it goes in and out, it kind of rotates the bolt. I think it was like, it's like 45 degrees maybe. It's not a whole like 180. It's like, yeah, 45 degrees. About 45 degrees, this thing lets the bolt rotate as it's going in and out. So this part was super worn out. Again, check that video. Yeah, that was what was causing it. And the way I figured that out was I took out my dirty, this is still dirty, it's super dirty, it hasn't been cleaned in like, I would say 600-700 rounds. And I took out my dirty bolt carrier group, and I was just testing it out, because it just, this thing was not moving. Right now it's super smooth because I took it apart, I oiled it, and I just kept doing this over and over and over again, because there is some sort of material that is holding it together. So that, I think you just need to work it pretty much. But this is you know, it's been fine. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you can see how dirty this is, it's still dirty. If I touch it, I would probably like pick dirt up. Yeah. So this is pretty dirty, and no issues, because this was moving smoothly. I could just tap it with my fingers, goes in, out, goes in, out, in, out, in, out. There's no problem here. So that was what was causing that light primer strike issue. So if you get the BR4, I suggest take out the bolt carrier group out of the upper and do this. Is it moving freely? Is this requiring a lot of force, or is this moving freely and easily? If it's not moving freely, put a good amount of oil. You see these little 2 holes, a good amount of oil in these 2 holes. I even put like a couple drops of oil here, because it was just super stiff and it was really hurting my fingers. Doing this was hurting my fingers. So I had to do that, and I just kept doing this over and over again for like an hour until everything was like smooth and moving smoothly and freely, without like, you know, now I can just tap it with my finger, it goes in. Before, like, I have to like press it hard to get it in and pull it hard to get it out, and it was pretty much hurting my fingers. So yeah, my BR4 kind of helped out as well somehow with ideas, but that was the issue, and that was how I believe I fixed that issue. It's other than that, in terms of accuracy, I was actually in terms of accuracy of the BR3, I was actually very impressed. For, you know, a semi-auto rifle, I think CMMG makes really good barrels, because I mean, I would say the first 20-30 rounds I was shooting non-stop, almost non-stop, and you know, as the barrel warms up, usually you get like a bunch of flyers, but this was hitting every time. Like after I got the zero correct, I was just getting like, granted this is 100 yards, so the deviations are not going to be very obvious, but still I was getting you know, consistent results. They were hitting, like a bunch of them were hitting right through the same hole. I was very pleased with the accuracy of it. I'm gonna do a proper accuracy test later on, but you know, I haven't collected enough video for me to consider what I did last time, an accuracy test. My camera situation was not really very convenient. You know, last time I was out on the range, so I didn't get a chance to record and show like how good or bad some of the ammo and the rifle is. So yeah, that is my update and my current review of the CMMG BR3. By the way, I kept saying BR3, but if you are using also the MK3 and the BR3 are exactly, they have the same exact bolt carrier group. So if you are having similar issues with your MK3s, this is you might, if you are having light primer strikes with your MK3s, you might be it might be beneficial for you to watch this video and work this little piece and to pretty much break it in by hand instead of, you know, spending money on your own ammo. So that's what I have to say about that. And as I've said, the accuracy was actually very impressive. I've seen some videos where people were shooting 3 rounds and letting their rifles cool off, and then another 3 rounds to get like MOA, a good MOA grouping. I'm pretty sure I was getting at least one MOA groupings, you know, after I zeroed it. But you know, number of malfunctions I was getting kind of discouraged me from continuing to do that testing. And I am going to do a video of comparison of different ammo that work for this specific rifle, that kind of plays well with this specific rifle. PMC, I was surprised. I was getting a lot of failures with PMC, and PMC is actually for my MK4, PMC is the most accurate, the most I'm accurate with. So I was kind of surprised that I got that issue with the PMC ammo. Yeah, with that said, thank you for watching. If you have more problems, more issues, anything that you want me to take a look into regarding the BR3 or the BR4, please do not hesitate to leave your comments in the comment section. If you have any complaints, go ahead and talk about that in the comment section. I would like to do more content on the BR3 and BR4 platform. It's just that, you know, after reviewing, I don't really have any more ideas, so I just move on to the next thing. But if you have questions, please leave them in the comment section, and I'll try to answer to the best of my knowledge. It's very little, but you know, whatever I know, I'll let you know. That's all I got to say about that. Thank you all for watching. I'll link the video of me talking about this BCG in the comment section. Once again, thank you for watching, and see you next time.